Hello, hello, this is Rod, Live Within Your Means. These leaves are from my garden back in Utah. These are red Russian kale, and you can see that purplish red stem on these leaves. And these are nice big kale leaves. And these even seem kind of sweet to me. This is one of the most nutritious plants that you can even grow. So kale is, it's related to cabbage and other plants like that, but it is so nutritious. It's high in vitamin C, it's really high in protein, it's extremely high in calcium. In fact, it has more calcium per calorie than milk does. And it also, let's see, I think I said it's high in vitamin C. It works well as a pre-antibiotic. It helps feed the microbes that you need in your gut. And it's got a lot of lutein. It's high in lutein and carotenoids, which both help with your vision. This is one of the most nutritious plants that you can grow. I've loved it the last few years that we've had it growing. I brought these leaves on the plane from Utah in a bag in my backpack, and amazingly, then I put them in the fridge, and that was more than a week ago, or about a week ago, and yet they're still in great condition. These are going to go into a salad for myself tonight. And what I did is I collected a bunch of the seeds. So these pods each have seeds in them, and we'll open this up and you can see that each of these pods, contain anywhere from 10 to 15 of these wonderful little seeds that can grow a great big kale plant that can produce kale for you. One of those little seeds can produce kale for you enough for almost every day to have a salad for several weeks. Now, it's kind of nice to have a few of these plants going at different times. I'm going to show in another video in just a minute here how to get these sprouted so that you can grow them. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just dump these in here right now, is I'm going to encourage you to, like and subscribe. I hope you'll do that. But to send me a self-addressed stamped envelope so that I can send some of these kale seeds to you. So that way you don't have to spend a few dollars to buy them. And if you'll mail me a letter. Now this is only going to apply right now. And the reason for that is because I'm at a place up in Colorado right now. And I'm going to give you the address. And this is on July the 8th. So it's 4 days after the 4th of July. And I don't know how long I'm going to be here. But if you'll address the envelope, say Rod, live within your means. And this is July 8th, 2020. So if you'll watch this video, and whoever you share it with, they can get this too. But if you say Rod, live within your means, and send an envelope to 980 Laurel Street. And this is in Broomfield, Colorado, CO 80020. So send it in an envelope like this, and then inside fold another envelope, just I guess fold it in half, and make sure that on this envelope you put your address. Of course, you probably ought to put your return address there on the envelope anyway, but put your address here, and a self-addressed envelope to yourself, and make sure that you put a stamp on it. And if you'll do that, and what I'm going to have you do when you on this envelope here, you can put live within your means up here where it's coming from, right? and say Rod, and then put on here kale seeds, right? Whoa, let's see. Put Rod, kale seeds, live within your means. And then put your address here, the address that you want this going to, and be sure that you put a stamp on the envelope. So I keep some stamps in my wallet. Make sure that on that envelope inside that you put an extra stamp on there. That way I can just put some kale seeds in the envelope and mail that back to you. Also, what I'm going to do, these are seeds, and they're kind of challenging for people to grow. I collected these last year, and I'm going to be collecting some more this year. But these are for parsnips. And parsnips can grow in a cold climate. They look a little bit like big carrots, but they're nutritious, they're full of starch. And I'm going to put some of these in there with it, and you'll easily be able to tell the difference between the parsnip seeds and the kale seeds. And you'll be able to plant those. Now those kale seeds, on this, put kale seeds, and then you might even put kale and parsnip seeds on there. But if you put parsnip seeds too, then that's what I'm going to be putting in that envelope for you. As long as that envelope gets here in the next, just in the next couple of weeks. It's July 8th, like I said, and you want to be able to put your own address on there, self-addressed stamped envelope. Make sure you put the stamp on there, and I don't really want to waste the stamp right now, but you need to put a stamp on there because I'm not going to go and stamp all of these. Fold it and put it in the envelope that you're sending to me at this address. Mail that off. I will put some kale seeds and some parsnip seeds in there for you. Drop that in the mail. Those will be coming back to you in the next few weeks. So if you'll do that, you'll be getting a bunch of seeds to grow some kale, one of the most nutritious plants that you can grow. And yeah, give it a like, share this video with whoever you want, because I will be mailing off as seeds for you to grow some, as well as everybody else that sends an envelope in the next couple of weeks. And this is July 2022. You can grow your own kale, and I encourage you at the end of the season, let some of these go to seed and do the same, share some seeds with other people. But this is a wonderful plant. I'll take some of these kale right out of the garden a lot of time, and I'll just start munching on them. I love getting the nutrition from the kale, and after you're not eating a lot of sugar, amazingly, this starts tasting kind of sweet to me. I've dried this before. I've made kale chips, putting some like olive oil on it and putting it in the oven, breaking it up and salting it. Have very nutritious kale chips. We've also, I've dried it in, well, really in the sun, and ground it into powder in a blender, and saved, jars of kale powder for nutrition for food storage. And I frequently put kale in, we call them vitaminas in Brazil. I served mission for my church many years ago down in Brazil. So smoothie, there we go. I'll make kale smoothies with frozen bananas and kale. And you can cook it like you can spinach, but I like eating it raw to get all the, the most nutrition out of it. I'll put it in salads all the time. So this is Rod. Live within your means. Drop a mail me a letter with a self-addressed stamped envelope inside, and make sure you put on there what you want. That you want, just say to Rod, kale and parsnip seeds. Live within your means. That's the one that's going to be coming back to you. Make sure there's stamps on it. Shove it in. Mail it off. And if you'll do that within 2 weeks, let's see, today's the 8th. And so if you do that within the next couple of weeks, then I should be getting that pretty quickly. I would really encourage you to do this before July 15th. That way I can get this right back to you and you can still grow some kale this summer. And you can look up on the internet how to grow and sprout kale seeds and parsnip seeds. And I'll put both of those in there for you. So this is Rod. Live within your means and have a wonderful day.